Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sunawar Zaki. I'm from 11th grade of TKJ and Education. I want to storytelling about Rasulullah SAW at historical situation like Isra Miraj. Yeah. So Isra Miraj is an important and historic event for Muslim. The Prophet SAW traveled from Masjidil Haram to Masjidil Aqsa and then was taken to the seventh heaven to be shown some of the greatest of God. Yeah. From the event of Isra Miraj, there was also an order to perform 5 daily prayers for the Prophet Muhammad SAW and all of his people. This Isra Miraj event is listed in Al-Quran Sunnah Al-Isra verse 1, which means glory be to God, who has made the servant one night from Masjidil Haram to Masjidil Aqsa, which we have blessed around it so that we may show him some of our sign or goodness. Verily, he is all-hearing and all-knowing. And Isra Miraj occurred on 27 Rajab in the 11th year of the Prophet SAW prophethood, when the Prophet was 51 years old. Or if in the Gregorian calendar, it occurred in 621. However, when Isra Miraj occurred, there are still a number of opinions from scholars. Meanwhile, many scholars say that the Isra Miraj event was the consolation from Allah Subhanahu wa Taala for the Prophet, because in that year the Prophet lost two people he loved so much, namely his wife Khadijah and his uncle Abu Talib. That year was also later called Amul Huzn, or Year of Sorrow. As a Muslim, you should be aware of the Isra Miraj event to increase faith and piety. The following is a summary of Isra Miraj journey as quoted from Ustad Khalid Basalamah's study. So now I want to tell you about the journey of the Prophet SAW to the seventh heaven. So Isra Miraj themselves have their own meanings. Namely, like Isra means the journey of the Prophet Muhammad SAW at night from the Grand Mosque to the Al-Aqsa Mosque. Mi'raj is the ascension of the Prophet Muhammad SAW to the highest realm, or Sidratul Muntaha, and it is there that the 5 daily prayers are required. Before making the Isra Miraj journey, the Prophet Muhammad SAW chest was cut open by the angel Jibril or Gabriel. Yeah. This is the second incident of the cleavage of the Prophet Muhammad SAW chest by Jibril. And the first was when the Prophet Muhammad SAW was still small and lived with Halimah Tusadiyah. Yeah. And this chest cleavage was to prepare the Prophet Muhammad SAW before being taken to see something extraordinary. The Prophet Muhammad SAW went from the Grand Mosque to the Al-Aqsa Mosque using a buraq. It is narrated that buraq is a white horse with wings, but Muslims do not need to illustrate or imagine. This buraq has an unimaginable speed. One foot goes straight to the destination. Arriving at the Al-Aqsa Mosque, Rasulullah SAW tied with his buraq. Then he performed 2 rak'ahs and become an imam, where his congregation were prophet and angels of Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. What is the prayer like? Wallahu alam. What is clear is neither, said by Ustad Khalid. Then, together with the angel Gabriel, the Prophet Muhammad SAW was invited to ascend to the first heaven. This is a summary of what the Prophet Muhammad SAW saw in the sky. So the story in first heaven, in the first sky, the Prophet Muhammad SAW met a man with a tall body reaching around 16 elbows to the sky, or about 27 meters. When he looked to the right, the man smiled, but when he looked to the left, he cried, "Welcome to meet you, pious child and pious prophet," said the man when he saw the Prophet Muhammad SAW. "Then who is he?" asked by the Prophet Muhammad SAW. It turned out to be Prophet Adam alaihissalam, who was the first human and the first prophet. When he looked to the right, he sees his descendant going to the heaven, while when he looks to the left, he sees his descendant going to hell. Therefore he smiled and cried. Then story in the seventh heaven. No, in the second heaven. When he arrived in the sky, the Prophet Muhammad SAW met Prophet Yahya alaihissalam and Prophet Isa alaihissalam. There, the Prophet Muhammad SAW was greeted, "Welcome, my pious brother." And then at the third heaven. So in the third heaven, Prophet Muhammad SAW met Prophet Yunus alaihissalam. There, the Prophet Muhammad SAW said that it was true that he had inherited half the world's greatness. And then the next stories is the stories at the fourth heaven. In the fourth heaven, the Prophet Muhammad SAW met the prophet who first wrote using a pen and sewed clothes, namely Prophet Idris alaihissalam. And he say, "Welcome, my brother," greeted Prophet Idris to Rasulullah SAW. And then stories in the fifth heaven. In the fifth heaven, Rasulullah SAW met Prophet Harun alaihissalam, and Prophet Harun also say, "Welcome to meet you, my pious prophet and my pious brother." Welcomed by Prophet Harun alaihissalam. And then in the sixth heaven, Prophet Muhammad SAW sees Prophet Musa alaihissalam, and then Prophet Musa alaihissalam also also said welcome to Rasulullah, to Prophet Muhammad SAW. And the story at the seventh heaven, or the last heaven in the story. In the seventh heaven, Prophet Muhammad SAW met an old man who was learning against Baitul Ma'mur. Prophet Muhammad SAW asked who the man learning on was, and he was Prophet Ibrahim alaihissalam. Baitul Ma'mur is the place of the tawaf for angels, which is visited by 70,000 angels every day. And then the next story is story about the prayer orders. Sorry. And now I want to give the story, or tell a story about the prayer orders. So when Prophet Muhammad SAW reached the seventh heaven, the Prophet SAW want to climb one more level of heaven, but the angel Gabriel could not take him any further. And the angel Gabriel said, "I can only deliver it here." And then the Prophet Muhammad SAW ascended to the Sidratul Muntaha, whose beauty cannot be described. Sidratul Muntaha is a place above the seventh heaven, and Narbi is the heaven where you live. The Prophet Muhammad could not take his eyes off him, and was amazed by the greatness of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Then it was there that the light of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala filled Sidratul Muntaha until it became very beautiful and beyond description. Allah spoke to the Prophet Muhammad SAW without intermediaries who ordered the obligation to pray. Initially, 50 prayer times were ordered. Then Prophet Muhammad SAW had just descended to the sixth heaven. He met Prophet Musa and asked, "What has Allah said to you?" The Prophet Muhammad SAW said, "Pray 50 times a day and a night. Go back and ask your God for relief, because truly your people are weak and will not be able to do it," said Prophet Musa. Then Prophet Muhammad SAW returned to meet Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala and asked for relief many times, so that the 50 prayer become 5 times a day and night, until finally it becomes 5 daily prayers, and the reward is equivalent to praying 50 daily prayers. Prayers is so important that God gave the order directly in such a noble place, namely Sidratul Muntaha. After completion, the Prophet Muhammad SAW returned home to Mecca, accomplished by the angel Gabriel wearing a buraq. And yeah, it's the end. Maybe that's all from me. Thank you very much for watching. I'm sorry because I have a lot of mistake. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.